There's another opportunity to learn more about the potential offshore wind farm in Morro Bay this Wednesday. The Bureau of Ocean Energy Management is hosting a virtual meeting about plans for an environmental review. KSBY News reporter Alexa Bertola has a recap of that project.
The public comment period for the potential wind energy farm in Morro Bay ends on January 11th. Now those comments will be used for the environmental review. Hundreds of square miles off the California coast could eventually be home to offshore wind turbines.
The proposal for the central coast here is about 35 miles northwest of Morro Bay, about 20 miles off the coast of Cambria.
It's proposed that roughly 400 square miles will be used for the new offshore wind technology.
We've been supportive of one company, Castle Wind, that is proposing to put in a farm offshore here, but we're also concerned about our commercial fishermen and the impacts it's going to have on that industry.
The wind farm would essentially be a closure to most fishing types.
A lot of the fish that we deal with are pelagic fish that move around all of the time. Some of them move great distances, some of them move small distances.
The Commercial Fishermen's Organization says they're concerned that only one interested company has contacted them about their concerns.
We've been working in this for 6 years. At that time there was only one, and now there's 30, so you can see the interest.
Others have voiced concerns over seeing the turbines from shore.
At night, potentially at a little bit of elevation, if you're up in the Cambria or San Simeon area, you might see them when they're lit. But on a given day, probably not going to see them much because of the haze in the distance.
It's possible the new wave of clean energy, also proposed for Humboldt County, could be able to provide electricity to power 1.6 million homes over the next decade. The leases are anticipated to go out to bid this summer or fall, meaning it's probably 2 to 5 years out before something goes out in the water. In Morro Bay, Alexa Bertola, KSBY News.
The coast is 30 gigawatts of offshore wind by 2030. We will have a link to Wednesday morning's virtual meeting in this story on our website, ksby.com.